moderator has joined the conference.
Alrighty.
Your conference is being recorded.
Officially recorded. Well, listen, thank you everybody that's going to be viewing this recording. I want to thank Erica and Kathleen at the Cape Breton Chamber as well for partnering with Pragmatic. So I'll breeze through this. Obviously, want to talk about the member advantages that you get. The market is ripe in terms of these products and services, and it's multifaceted in terms of what we're going to offer. So this is what I want to cover off. I'll just give you a quick little background, some history on me, Pragmatic as an organization. I'll go through the products and services that you have available to you. I definitely want to focus on Unified Meeting, which is our Zoom alternative, which is basically a Canadian version of Zoom, but more secure, browser-based, and it comes with unlimited teleconferencing. And then I'll go into specifics about the actual member discounts that everyone gets. Unfortunately, no one's on the meeting live. Not a big deal. We can filter any Q&A or any questions, through Erica or me direct. So I think Erica will send out my contact details after. So, quick little introduction on myself. I've been in the industry for quite some time, since 2003. Not to go into too much detail, but the industry was just much different back in 2003 when I started. Geez, kind of aging myself here, kind of 18 odd years ago. It was really just conference calling, audio conferencing. Video conferencing didn't exist. Really, WebEx was only the web conferencing platform, and my pitch to customers 18 years ago was reservation-less conferencing. So as opposed to booking with Bell or now Bell Alliant, where you have to reserve 5 lines for 60 minutes, we would just give you dedicated lines. It'd be half the price, and it was still 50 cents a minute per line per person, which is crazy. So I actually co-founded Pragmatic 14 years ago with my partner, James Baskin. As an organization, I'll quickly move through. Again, we started in 2007. We are Canadian owned and operated. We're the largest CSP. So that acronym is Conferencing Services Provider in Canada. We're the only conferencing provider in Canada that provides everything from a virtual collaboration standpoint. So from basic telephony conferencing to webinars, webcasting, video, hardware, we provide it all. So the market's right now, obviously, unfortunately, with COVID, these services are at the forefront of most business organizations, conversations. So it's not just phone conferencing. It's not just Zoom type meetings. If you're doing virtual events like AGMs, sales kickoffs, town halls, trade shows, we do full-blown webcasting. We're also partner of Lifesize, Polycom for hardware. So anything you need from a collaboration standpoint, Pragmatic can provide, and I'll go into the discounts you get as a member of the chamber momentarily. There you go. So kind of whip through it. So reservationless conferencing is kind of thrown by the wayside a little bit. Kind of pre-COVID, most conference calls were done over the phone. Dial a number, pop in a code, have a chit chat. And that was kind of standard. So the discounts that you still get through the chamber for pure reservationless conferencing, metered per minute, we can still provide. But UMX is our platform that provides unlimited toll-free teleconferencing. So basically 2 accounts in one. And your Zoom type meeting. Operator assisted teleconferencing. Easiest example would be an earnings call where the operator, everyone would dial in, they're on lecture mode. The operator will give a custom introduction, introduce the topic, the speaker. And then if there's a Q&A, it would be formally run by the operator where each individual would press *1, raise their hand, and then the operator will introduce that specific individual. From a pure webinar standpoint, again, a lot of the products and services have been amalgamated into one. It's almost like, music now, genres aren't necessarily specific, they're blended. But from a pure webinar, web conferencing standpoint, we provide Adobe Connect and WebEx. So if you need just web-based licenses, more content sharing, less video, we can provide that. Webcasting, we have multiple platforms. Pragmatic has hosted 4-day AGMs for $140,000 US. And we've also done webcasts and web streams for 500 people for $800 Canadian. So we fit any budget, any need. This is more one-to-many for larger audiences as opposed to Zoom, UMX, where they're more interactive type sessions, and typically the cap is 100. Hardware, again, as mentioned, we're Lifesize, Polycom, and Cisco certified. So if you're looking to outfit your boardrooms or even just want a simple spider phone for your boardroom, we get fantastic discounts as a premier partner, and we can extend those discounts, obviously, to any chamber members. UMX Video Conferencing is Pragmatic's flagship video platform. This is our platform that's going to compete with Zoom and has competed with Zoom very well. And I'm excited to show some of the specs, and I'll even give a quick little demonstration of the console, as well as some of the features and functions of the actual platform. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Unified Meeting 10, so UMX. This is how we're going to compete with Zoom in the market today. The first thing you want to look at when you're purchasing a video platform is the security. Now, everyone knows about Zoom and their unfortunate Zoom bombing. They've scaled so quickly. When COVID hit, they couldn't scale. So their lack of encryption hurts them, which is why major governments have banned Zoom outright. You know, financial institutions like Bank of Canada, TD, Royal Bank have all banned Zoom. School boards have banned Zoom. New York District School Board was probably the most recent, the most famous to ban it outright. And then Elon Musk is our champion. They don't even know he doesn't know who Pragmatic is, but he's obviously fearful of data being stolen from China because Zoom is a Chinese-based organization. So with UMX, it's fully encrypted, WebRTC encryption, which is the highest level of security. The compliancy is HIPAA compliant, boring, I get it, in the US, and FIPA here in Ontario. So it's fully encrypted. The second part, and the major advantage of UMX over Zoom, is the no downloads. So again, with Zoom, you have to download the client, but if someone has banned Zoom, they can't download the client, which means they can't access your meeting. This is browser-based. We do have flexible pricing. So it's active user pricing. You don't have to commit for a year or even a month. We can set up any user free of charge. And when that account is activated, then you would get charged for that particular month for unlimited usage, both video and audio. And I mentioned Erica off the hop when we were just preparing for this. Unified Meeting 10, so UMX is literally the only platform, video-based platform on the market today, globally, that is fully encrypted, that is where there's no downloads, browser-based, and provides unlimited toll-free teleconferencing. And that's both domestic here in Canada, US, and international. You're not going to get that anywhere. So if you've made conference calls before and you've had international participants on those calls, you know how expensive they are. We basically give you two accounts: your toll-free number, your moderator code, access code, and your quote-unquote Zoom link for UMX, which you don't get anywhere. You get full onboarding and training, which is what you don't get with Zoom. You know, and obviously they can't scale. You just get your account and have to figure it out on your own, but we onboard and train you, your team. You get direct account management. So contact me or your account representative. We're there in a heartbeat. Our call answer times are 20 seconds or less. And we run 24/7. So we have an office in Australia, so we do follow the sun customer service. As well, with UMX, you get free recordings and unlimited storage at no cost. Zoom Pro, they give you 1 gig of data, and that's it. If you want to upgrade for additional storage, it's $55 a month. So for us, we throw everything in. So free recordings, free toll-free conferencing. And then you also have more ways to connect with Zoom Pro. And I don't want to necessarily just focus on Zoom, because if you're using Teams or Google Meet, there are still tons of advantages with UMX, but there's more ways to connect. So with Zoom, you can connect to browsers or smartphones. With Zoom Pro, you cannot connect to video endpoints. So if you have a boardroom system with 10 people in the boardroom and you have Zoom where 3 people are connected over the browser, you can't connect to that boardroom. With UMX, you can connect to boardroom systems, and it's all part of our quote-unquote Pro package, although UMX is a premium platform. So we'll go into the member discounts. First off, I'll really quickly just talk about the partnership. So although you're a Cape Breton Chamber of Commerce member, I'll also like to say that I'm half Cape Bretoner. My mom is from Reserve Mines, so there you go. I'm one of you. The partnership actually started with the Canadian Chamber of Commerce 4 years ago. So they promote our products and services through their Essential Business Services program. So it started with the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, went filtered down to the provincial groups, including the Atlantic Chamber of Commerce and all the local municipalities as well. So anyone that's a chamber member across Canada, they get these discounts. Now the discounts are 20 to 50% off all of our services. So whether that's if you have a large AGM that you want to move virtual, you get 20 to 50% off, kind of depending on the product and service. And it could be even higher, especially if you just want to go to metered audio and you're with Bell Alliant at 15 cents a minute. Our rate's 2.8 cents a minute for toll-free access if you just wanted to go metered as opposed to all you can eat. And then the UMX licenses. Now, this is nuts. This is underpriced. So I'd love to chat with you individually if someone wants to contact me, but we are underpricing our UMX licenses. Typically, we charge $20 a month, which we essentially equaled Zoom Pro, which is $22 a month. Zoom Premium, obviously you need, at least 10 users, and the price goes up substantially. We're providing all Zoom Premium features, including unlimited teleconferencing for Zoom Pro pricing, minus 20% as a chamber member. So it's $16 a month per license for unlimited toll-free access and video access. And based on the active user pricing, we set you up for free. And if you don't use it, there's no charges. So that's it. So that's the presentation. Now I'd like to actually just go through a quick little demonstration of the platform, show you some of the specs, the console, and then we'll wrap things up. All right. Hey, Erica, there we go, back. Okay, so I'm going to share my desktop. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm just going to share my desktop. It's going to look a little awkward because the desktop or the screen that I'm sharing is the video of Erica and I. So you'll see double video, but I'll go through the specs really quick, and then I'll go to the console, and then I'll wrap things up. All right. All right, Erica, let me know when you see the screen change.
Yeah, oh no, now I'm bigger.
Yeah, there you go. You're the primary, baby. You're the primary.
Oh no, on my bad hair day too. Okay.
Oh, you look fantastic. You look fantastic. Anyways, okay. So here, as I've mentioned before off the top, you get two accounts essentially. You get your teleconferencing account, which you had in the past or probably still have. You get your toll-free number. Ignore the local number. Our bridges are in Toronto, but you get your conference code, identification code. So even if you don't use the video, you get unlimited teleconferencing for $16 a month. Now, as I mentioned before, we also include international. Now, again, international rates were like 40, 50 cents a year ago. So you have one international conference call, you're spending $300-400 depending on who's on it, how many people are on it, and which countries. So I'll just use Australia as an example. If you have anyone connected over Australia, we got local numbers in Adelaide, Brisbane, Melbourne, Perth, Sydney. Then we also have toll-free access as well, both mobile and landline. So that's all included. As I mentioned before, you can connect to boardroom systems. So if you're a larger organization, you have some people connected in the boardroom, UMX allows you to connect to boardroom systems as well. And you can also put together customized URLs if need be. So that's all your conferencing information. If you want to also send someone an invitation on the fly, you can do so right here. To record the meeting, which I am, simply click on this big red button, pretty standard. Here, again, these are all standard features that comes along with Zoom, Teams. Mute your audio, mute your video, share your desktop, end the meeting. Here is the attendees list. I'm yammering on, so you can see my emoticon is moving. Erica's muted her audio, and if I wanted to or she wanted to mute her video, you guys can do that as well. Simple chat function. This is typically used for Q&A. Hello. I think I need a new computer. L not working. Now, the one thing Zoom does have, which I do want to mention, is the ability to download your chat. Unfortunately, UMX doesn't have that feature as of yet, but you can do an old school copy and paste and put it in a Word doc. So here, especially if you have attendees connecting, their video might still be connected to their Teams room or Zoom. You just check your audio devices here, and you can select your different audio devices and video devices. So that's essentially it, just from a spec standpoint. Our console is what I really want to show everyone, which is brilliant. It's easy to use. It provides your analytics, your recording. So I'm just going to share my desktop again, and I'll go through the console really quick, and then we'll wrap things up. All right. All right, Erica, if you can just let me know when we get to the login page.
Yep, I can see the login page now. All
right, perfect. Okay, so once you have your account credentials, you simply log in. And this is the interface. This is the console, which has everything. And we love this. We built this to be clean, simple. So when you want to start a meeting, you click your big old orange button. Down here is all your conferencing information. This is your quick launch, which is for browser-based connections, which is mainly what everyone's going to connect to. You have your teleconferencing information here, your leader pin, conference code. And then again, if you want to connect to room systems, Here, if you want to schedule a meeting, you have a couple options. You can do it right from the console, if need be, or you can install the Outlook plugin. If you're an Outlook shop, you install the plugin, click on a button, and all your meeting credentials are there to be sent off. And here's your call reporting, which is nice. So this is all your built-in analytics. So all the conference calls that you have, if you have reference numbers, well, you can see Carol Cunningham's on there. She's from New Brunswick. I met with her. Anyways, just as an example, all your calls are here. All the details of your calls are there. One example to use is law firms. One of our partnerships is the Canadian Bar Association. They have 36,000 members. A big push for them, pushing UMX for law firms, is to be able to bill back hours. So if you have a client and you wanted to reference them, you can just pop in their name, or if you had, in your case, project codes, matter numbers, billing numbers, you can pop them in here, and then all your reference numbers are here and could be referenced anytime. Last thing I want to show you with the console is your recordings. As I mentioned before, you get unlimited recordings and storage. Now, another big thing for Pragmatic is we don't keep any of your data. So after 60 days, the recordings are deleted permanently off our servers. We don't store any data. It's all gone. And our servers are here in Canada, which is another point that I forgot to mention. So unlimited storage, and then download them in an MP4. And then once they're downloaded, you can delete them yourselves. And then if they're not downloaded, or you forget to delete them from the interface, they're automatically deleted off our servers after 60 days. So that almost wraps it up. I forgot one thing. The last thing is the waiting room. I forgot to mention, if you have anyone that's connecting and you have back-to-back meetings, you can put people in the waiting room. You can accept all or accept individuals, which is nice, which is just another security measure. And so that is it.
So Mike, I just have a quick question. So with your account, are you assigned like one meeting code? So like when I use Zoom, as you know, like we're talking about setting up a demo with you, I can set up different meeting codes. Is there just one, or can I set up multiples?
You can set up multiple. So you can have basically different URLs. You can have custom URLs for different meetings. So
okay,
I'll
so
show you.
I'll just know that they're sitting in the waiting room.
Exactly. Okay. And that's it, right? Yeah. So you can set up custom URLs for different meetings. So you don't. I typically just use my standard quick launch, but you can set up, again, custom URLs, different meeting codes for specific meetings. So there's no crossover. So that's a great question.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else from the audience? Anything else?
Well, I'm sure that people will have questions later on, but we got caught on a beautiful day.
Well, listen, all good. So, well, I'll just quickly, because I should have put it in the PowerPoint presentation. Maybe we'll add it really quick, just in the Q&A. Actually, one second. Well, you know what? If you can actually do it, I was just going to include my contact details on the recording. So maybe I will just do that really quick. 1 second.
Sure.
Just so people have it, I'll just do a quick screen share, just so it's captured in the recording.
Yep, for sure.
And then we can wrap things up, Erica. Okay, slowly but surely. All right. Okay, so just do a quick screen share. Bear with. Just put my contact details in here. All right. Just so it's there.
Perfect.
Let me know when you see it.
I can see it now.
Perfect. So there it is. Fantastic. Okay. So Erica, I want to thank you. Appreciate, giving us Pragmatic this opportunity. Send it out to everyone. And yeah, happy to help. And if any of the members have any needs whatsoever, or just even looking to compare UMX to Zoom, we do provide demos, free trials if needed. And if you're looking for any virtual help from larger events, we'll quote and fit any budget as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mike. We'll be talking soon.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Erica. See you, everyone.
Bye.
In Cape Breton. Reserve minds, baby. Reserve minds. See ya.
See ya.